We're with Henry Cejudo, who I have to ask, being an Olympic level athlete and a top level fighter, which is harder mentally and physically, considering Olympics, you had multiple matches, you had to be away from things, and here, one match, how is it different mentally and physically?
Physically, man, I feel like I get more banged up when I would do a wrestling competition. Mentally, it's probably about the same.
Yeah.
Probably about the same, but yeah, that's the answer.
Can you explain to the average person who either A, doesn't know or never wrestled, what it was like to take your shoes off, leave them in the middle of the mat, and hear that standing ovation? How is that in your stomach? How is that in your heart?
Oh man, it's a very sentimental moment because the sport that has given you everything, that has given you all, you say goodbye. To me, it's crazy.
You and DC are the only ones who know the answer to this. You hear a lot of guys, I'm Division I, I'm national champion, I'm All-American. What is their level compared to your guys' level? Can you break it down for an average person of what that difference between an Olympian and a national champion would be?
I mean, I will say this though, it is fighting, but the mindset, the different technique, the ability it's just at another level, and I think DC has proven that. But then again, you get some freak athletes like John Jones that changes everything, and it's crazy.
The thing that impressed me most of the open workouts, Muay Thai has little secrets. Everybody can hit a pad, that's fine. But you're twisting your hips over in a way that generates power that you shouldn't be able to do. How did you pick that up so fast? Because there's Thai guys who are developing it for 10 years.
Yeah, no, it's just like I said, it goes back to my background, my ability. I feel like it's been God-given. I pick up things like really, really quick. I'm able to pick things up pretty quick, so.
And a lot of people, especially when they start out, I got to go for a scissor sweep takedown. You stick to basics, and they work. Can you explain to people who they don't even figure that out until years later, how you employ it so we know what takedown you're going to do and you still catch me in it? How do you get those basics so cemented?
Yeah, well, I think simplicity always wins, and I think the biggest thing is understanding every base and learning the fundamentals and just having good setups and then having confidence, believing in yourself.
And the last question, not to get too political, so you can kind of skirt around it. You'd said how your mom got here in the least political, not so political way. Now, if a wall came up between our countries and that didn't happen, Mexico would have the youngest Olympic wrestling athlete. Have you ever sat and thought, that's why the wall shouldn't be there? Look at this medal, sucker.
Yeah, no, you know what, the country, that's a government problem, man, but the U.S. has to do what's best for the U.S. And, it's unfortunate in some matter, but another matter I'm in a position where my mom was granted her citizenship, 30 years after she came to the country, in not the most political way. And then my dad was deported when I was 5-6 years old. So I stand on both sides of the fence, man. So it's something that I'm not a politician, but I do believe a pathway through citizenship, for sure.
And I'm going to make a very broad generalization. In terms of fightings, there's Oscar De La Hoya's, there's Fernando Vargas's, the way the general public views Hispanic fighters. You seem more of the happy, smiley, I'm not going to be angry all the time. How needed is that for Hispanic fighters in MMA?
I don't know. I was born this way, I come from a very charismatic family. I come from a very loving family, very noble family, and there's more to life than just fighting, than a gold medal and a championship belt. Life to me is all based on relationships, and that's what I have, and I'm able to use that through you guys, through social media.
Thank you so much, man. Have fun tomorrow.